How do we remember what we read? Let's find out together. Do you feel the same? That you read a book and forget everything after a short period of time? Even halfway through the book, you can't remember what was at the beginning. I think most people experience the same feeling. So the question is, how do we remember what we read? What are strategies that would help us remember what we read? Now, reading is probably one of the best things we can do to live a better, more meaningful life through good habits and systems, decreasing suffering. Because reading is easy, simple, and it's a lot of bang for very few bucks and time. But it's hard because it requires our attention and it requires us to be persistent and to take time. So how do we make sure that we make most out of this time? Well, first things first, if you read, you will remember something. Even if it feels like you forgot most of it, remember the most important things to you, the things that were mind-blowing, life-altering, you remember. And that's okay. Even if you remember one thing from an entire book, that's oftentimes enough. So one way to remember what you read is to make good notes. I promised my kids I buy them some donuts today because they played the game in the morning. Here I am, buying a donut. How do you remember what you read? Well, here's a strategy. No one else shared it like this. Hold a speech. Speak about what you read. Now, this entails a lot of different steps, like making notes, like repeating them or going through them, reading your notes, but holding a speech about what you read, that's a fantastic way to memorize what you say, because now you suddenly are in a position where you verbalize what your input was, where you verbalize what you read. And you can start in a very simple way by sharing it with someone you know well. We usually have no difficulty doing that. Just going up to your friend, to your spouse, to your work colleague and say, hey, look what I read yesterday. And then you share what you read. And suddenly you verbalize what you read. You are able to express the ideas and thoughts you read before. In doing so, you will remember them. Now it suddenly is not just an act of input, it's an output. Maybe you repeat this with different people. You share it in the morning break with someone, at lunch with someone else, and in the evening with your spouse, and suddenly you remembered what you read. After you repeated the idea a few times with friends where you feel comfortable, won't be that difficult because now you understood the idea, you were able to express it a few times, and now you remembered what you read. Here it is. Hope it's helpful. Wish you a good day. See you tomorrow.